was gonna do a video about MLP Gen 5 and like my own like little thoughts on it, but I actually had something else I wanted to talk about instead. I wanted to talk about anime conventions or just going to Comic Cons and stuff like that. It's like because I've been watching videos about it, and it just makes me miss it. It makes me miss it, and I feel like now that things are starting to get a little bit better, um, we're gonna see conventions start to open back up, like with letting people in and stuff like that. Of course, um, I feel like things are starting to go on the up and up. But right now, I wanted to talk about if any of you have ever, never, ever, ever have gone to any conventions ever. Um, I'm I'm here to help because I've been to many conventions in my lifetime. Uh, Small and big ones, and you don't want it small. Yeah, big ones and small ones. Except the big one was all like more than once. That's the way I know it. Like I've been to one in my here in my hometown, and then another one called A-Kon. Uh, I have one those. I have a history there. It's probably one of my personal favorites. Got it's pretty freaking cool. It was pretty freaking cool every time I went. Cause usually something good always usually happen. Something good always usually happen to me. But today I wanted to talk about your first anime conventions. Cause because I'm surprised I haven't done it yet. I've been on YouTube for this long, but I really wanted to talk about it because it is super. Because conventions are super duper fun. You get to meet people who like the same stuff you do. You get to make new friends. People you can just hit up anytime, man. That's dope, and it's wonderful, and it's magical, and friendship is magic, and I'm just looking forward. Let's just jump right into it. I'm excited. Having not been to conventions on a consistent basis, I feel like a lot of things have changed because I see in a lot of these convention vlogs, a lot of people will opt out of not having to use the hotel room, just go get an Airbnb. Now I've heard of that too, but I've never. I feel like I think for some people like it helps them save money on just be like, oh, you get $33 a night, XYZ. It's like okay, great. I feel like that's another option that's come up lately. Uh, I think that, but you definitely okay. But I'm gonna get past that, and let's just go ahead and start. The first one I think is to be able to get all your stuff in advance, all your logistics out in advance. Like like especially if it's like not where you are, like getting a flight and hotel and stuff like that. Uh, I'll give you an example. If you live in like Florida or California and you're trying to come straight to A-Kon and you just gotta get the flight and stuff like that. Yeah, just get that in advance. Um, get your convention stuff in order in advance because I remember they used to do. I think they still do this today. Again, I haven't been to big conventions in a long time. I really need to fix that in the near future. uh, this just let's see. You get all that stuff out the way because the thing is with me, when I was going to school, yeah, I'm that old. I used to run like an anime club, and we used to get the money from the school, and the money from the school was used to the traveling, the hotel, XYZ, the food, XYZ. That's definitely something you need to do because it's gonna get to a point. It's gonna get to a point where I really want to talk about. Let's see, especially um this next point I must make. One big thing about conventions is like stereotype of conventions is there's people in there that don't smell too great. In fact, they smell like what Whataburger tastes like. Humans aren't supposed to smell like that. This is right here. This right here. You know, it's not exactly the best kind because hey, I'm just being thrifty. You know what I'm saying. Don't just being thrifty. You know what I'm saying. But get that. I mean, you put on the deodorant. take your good old shower. The convention's still gonna be there. Like, for real. You just have to go take your good old shower. And make sure you're sleeping. Make sure you're eat your food. Eat like a good old meal. Like, just something to fill up on. Like, you'll be energized. All that good stuff. Uh, and it is just because it can get pretty bad if you're not taking care of your body. And yeah, it can get pretty bad if you're not taking care of your body, and you really need to be able to do that. Like, you need to take time to get out of the convention, take you some resting time, get you some resting time, some wind down time. You get you plenty of sleep, get plenty to eat, making sure your hygiene. Because I can completely understand, because it goes into a story that I'm gonna tell you. Cause me, I like to, cause I've always wanted, cause, and not necessarily hygiene wise, but like health wise. And as a dude that's into like health and fitness and like martial arts and stuff like that, I got videos. To do that, just to make sure you like subscribe. Segue. But as a person who is relatively like fit and in shape and stuff, like this was a massive no-no for me, and this was a long time ago. But I cannot stress this enough. Big things are like really big things can happen. Like, you can get distracted by all the fun and the bright lights, the colors, the cosplay, the friends, and everything in between. And just because going to conventions is like a ginormous party, it really is when it comes down to it. So the next, so I would say, like, you get like some multivitamins like this, something like to kind of energize you, make sure you get your nutrition and all that good stuff. Uh, Definitely do that. Take that, and take them one a day, or just make sure you just doing what you gotta do to make sure you stay energized throughout the convention. And because con crud is real, man. Like, for real, you get sick, you get exhausted, you get all bummed out because you just did all this amazing stuff that's just like a sensory banquet. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. You just did things like a sensory banquet, and and you just don't want it to stop. So when you go back home, and you're like, and you're like all bummed out, and you just don't know what to do now that the fun is over. The fun and the super adrenaline rush is over. All the dopamine all the dopamine in your head comes back though. So you gotta try to recover. You have got to you try to find ways to be like, I feel like you gotta try to find ways to kind of recover, like talking to the people you just talked to at the convention. Maybe work on some stuff, work out, do things you would normally do pre-convention, like the pre-convention you versus the post-convention you. Like, you're working on a cosplay, you're looking forward to the next convention, you're working out, you're doing whatever you need to do. You're just trying to get that real. You're trying to get that real good. This is probably a big one, but like saving your money over time. Like, if you work, or like, especially like if you work, getting all the stuff that you. This goes back to like logistical stuff. Like, make sure you're getting like what you need. Making sure all your stuff is accounted for. All your ducks in a row before you go out to big anime convention. Cause let's be real. You go into the dealer's room, you go into artist alley. It's quite pricey. It's quite pricey. I'm just saying. It's pretty. They tend to be pricey. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful how your money. If you know exactly what you want, like what I used to do was I used to go to conventions and stuff like that, and the last day we were gonna be there, I would look, because I had a feeling that the layout was gonna be similar the following year, and I would look at exactly what I knew I wanted, and I would come back and I would have the money to get it, and it was magical. It was pretty magical. So yeah, be thinking about like just saving your money. You know exactly what you want. I think, personally, I think it's just a different vibe when you buy it at a convention versus you buy it online. Like if I was to buy like a Red Ranger action figure, I feel like I would get a better vibe from there, from the con, than I would at that online. Though there's never a bad thing because I did get Red Ranger toy for Christmas. So food, sleep, money, uh, logistical stuff, like hotel, flight, XYZ, depending on your location. Just send me the location. Uh, there's just so much. But at the end of the day, you want to go. Oh yeah, this is big because like I know tons of people who are like, like a super like expert cosplayers. They do some fantastic work. Make sure you're having like your emergency kit, cause like for your costumes might mess up at some point. It might do this, it might do that. Something might happen to something might happen to your cosplay. You might want to take, cause I think conventions got like those. I think conventions have those places where you can go where they can help you get your stuff back on point, like those emergency sewing centers or something like that, like all the grooming stuff. That's cool. Um, yeah, that's cool. I've actually had to do that a couple times because I've done a couple cosplays and they may have written places. And the stitching was like it was an easy fix. I get in, get out. There's a lot of people in there. I feel they're talented. I feel like they're gonna want to help you out and stuff like that. And so yeah, I mean, just those are super available to anybody that need it. Um, there's definitely that. Uh, I completely forgot about that one. Oh yeah, and make sure you double, triple, quadruple check, and make sure you got all your stuff before you leave the house and before you come to the convention, because it can bum you out. Like I'll give you an example. There was this one time I had my Mighty Morphin Red Ranger costume, but I forgot the boots. I forgot to bring the boots. Still had fun though, but it would have looked a lot better if I had brought my boots. But that's beside the point. Uh, but that's beside the point. The point being, conventions are super fun. They're super awesome. Uh, they're freaking amazing. I love going to them. I can't wait to go to more as the things just go on up and up and up with the freaking with the vaccine and everything and stuff opening back up and all that good stuff. Uh, I think one of the ones I've been looking and I've been trying to figure out one I would personally like to go to. I'm trying to figure that out so I can have a little fun because although right now I can't focus on that, but I'm looking at them. This is kind of what spurred this video on, like just me trying to figure out which one I would love to go to in the near future because I would like to go. And also, so I can maybe vlog because I did try to do it once and I did not, and it just wasn't cash money like I wanted it to be. So eventually, but definitely I will. Definitely, that's some things to consider when you are trying to go to your first convention, stuff like that. This is really a video post-it note for me, so for me as too. So like it's cool. But that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. You know if I post another video. I'll probably post again later today. And I will see you in the next video because it was Googleicious. Peace. Maybe Anime LA. Maybe Anime Expo. This is probably something I would love to do.